up, guys? Time to show off a new build. This was from yesterday's event where you had different options to pick different dials. And the one that won out was the one that I just built with the laser tentacles around. So it was like 2 numbers back on the posted builds. And then this one was a direct sale. This was the Kraken 3 matching set. So titanium style dial and lasered, and you got lots of cool pop of color here with it. You get some oranges in there, you get some reds, some pinks, some good looking blues. So it did this in a 170 brushed case. This is basically the brushed version of the 150, which is a polished case, and you typically never see this coming from me because I Cerakote those. And then the 170s are so much more expensive than a 150, not because they're brushed, but because they come with a bezel and a fancy crown and a fancy caseback that I don't use at all. But they do come with a stainless steel movement holder, which saves me a little bit of money. So 150 brushed case, Kraken engraved crown. We have a tall coin bezel that's polished, and then we have a lasered insert, some Vostok 24 hands. We took a stock case back and milled it, so we have some real cool design in it, and then lasered the Kraken over top of it. So you got a stainless steel movement holder inside there and a signed rotor. And then this is on a wristband strap. This is a 24mm strap that's wrapped on a 22. So you have 22s up here at the top to fit and still be pliable. With a 24 strap, black stitch, and a 24mm preview buckle with a Kraken on there. I happen to have one of these, which was very fortunate. Because most of these I only have like 3 or 4 because I don't really ever do 24s because I don't have 24mm cases. But I happen to have one with a Kraken on it. Bezel on this is pretty tight. It'll go left, it'll go right, but it will only go if you want it to. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it where it put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, he will back the crown off the threads so you can hear it and feel it clicking. And at that point, wind. And a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. You can do that, or just these, whatever you want to do. That for 4 or 5 seconds mixed with the rotor movement should keep your time throughout the day, but if you're not going to be very active, if you're driving, sitting at a desk, make sure you just wind it for a while. 14-15 seconds will max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you are happy with the winding, you will pull it to the one and only click. And you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you got a wobble crown in here. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 12:49 p.m.
12:49 p.m. When you're good, you're going to push it over, get it out of that time setting, and find where it starts, and then wind it down. And that, sir, is your build. I think it came out pretty awesome. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads. This will come in a silver BVW Special Edition Kraken box. Will come with watch foamer. This is just like my watch cleaner, but it is a foamer. A little bit will go a long way, so just do a tiny spray. That will come with a microfiber, and this is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything here in the center. Some leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. Apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just prepackaged. Comes with a matching microfiber. So if you ever scratch your acrylic glass, you can put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using this. Make sure you use this one, not that one. That one's gray. This one's like a brown. It will kind of blend in a little bit, at least you won't really see it. The scratches up and down, go left and right. Fill in that scratch, haze the scratch, buff it out. And if it's still there, revisit it in a few minutes. Make sure it solidifies and just keep building up what you've gouged out of the acrylic. So that's it. That is the build. If it, this is actually going to Paul, so hopefully you love it, man. I was about to say, if it's going to you, congrats. But it is going to you, so congrats either way. I appreciate you a ton, man. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.